So we back. I just wanna people have been wanting to hear more stories about all of the artists that I met coming up in Queensbridge. Back in the days, I was around a lot of artists that ended up becoming famous. You know what I mean? And even ran into artists that was already famous and got a chance to meet them. You know what I mean? I remember at the time, I'll tell you a story I just thought about. R.I.P. to Prodigy from Mobb Deep. Because, it was a time where, as a kid, and this is around the time, I was probably about 14, 15. I don't know, maybe a little older, like 15, 16, 15, 16, 15, around there, 1999. I just know it was 1999. Murder Music was dropping, and this is before social media and everything. And I was playing. I had the radio. You know what I'm saying? I had the Panasonic radio, and I was bumping Quiet Storm. You know what I mean? The Prodigy version of Quiet Storm, just Prodigy on it, you know what I mean? And walking on the block with shout outs to my homie Randy too from Bompton. We was on Bompton. Anybody that's from Queensbridge that know about Bompton back in 1999, they know what it was. And I used to be on Bompton a lot in 1999. And I was on Bompton with the Prodigies, you know what I mean, playing the Prodigy Quiet Storm, and look who walked coming on the block on Bompton. Prodigy, it's me and Randy walking, and we runs into Prodigy while playing Quiet Storm, and Prodigy's like, yo, what up, yo, what this is, yo, you know what I mean? And I had got the song off of Hot 97. I used to press and record, you know what I mean, on my tape, and I, you know what I mean, bootleg the Prodigy Quiet Storm version before before the Murder Music album came out. I had that one record. I got it off of DJ Clue. He was playing it on the airways, and I, you know what I mean, dubbed it, and ran into Prodigy while playing that record. And Prodigy was like, oh shit, he was like, yo bro, what's up bro? You know what I mean? We all kicking it. It's me, him, and Randy on Bompton, and he listening to the radio, like, yo, shorty, let me, you know what I'm saying? He took the radio from us and listening to it, and he's just like, oh shit, word. And then it was like, yo, that's dope. Gave us back the radio, and just was like, yo, that's what's up. Was that the radio? And I was like, nah, I took that off the radio, you know what I'm saying? And he was just all love. Shout out to Prodigy, because, you know what I mean? That was one of the, and I was on the Hell on Earth video set. Me and my sisters, we walked through that block, and they happened to be shooting Hell on Earth back in, maybe that was like, what, 95, 96, 97, around that time. You know what I'm saying? And that was probably the first time I met Prodigy, was inside the store on a dime block on 40th. At the 2-4 store back in the mid-90s. And then I had many encounters with Prodigy through over the years, you know what I'm saying? He was always in Queensbridge. Shout out to Prodigy. I want to give that man a round of applause, for real. Shout outs to everybody following my platform. I'll be following back. Salute to that right there, too. R.I.P. to Prodigy, one of the legends. I'm going to give you some more stories on people that I met. You know what I mean? As you know, I met Nas before. You know what I mean? Nas know who I am. A few other people. Shout outs to Infamous Mobb, because those are like my brothers right there, each and one of them. I am 3.